Hey everybody, welcome. Hey everybody, welcome to the Simhanger, to a somewhat delayed fly-in event. Because of various issues, we had to postpone the February monthly fly-in event. But we're now back on the ground, and thank you very much to all those people who have tuned in and watching. Really appreciate it. Hi to Sudi, to IN, Dog Friendly, Woofy Jack. How are you guys all doing? Thanks for tuning in, and special thanks to everybody who has joined in the flight. We got a great turnout. I wasn't quite sure if you guys would all remember that the flight was on, but I really do appreciate it. And I hate to say this, but I think I actually missed you guys. So there you go.
We missed you too.
Yeah, we
Okay.
missed you too, Mark.
Yeah, good man.
That's so kind of you.
Okay, so for today's flight, we are in the Canary Islands, which is part of Spain. We're in the Atlantic Ocean. We're about 100 kilometers west of the African coast, not far off the coastline of Morocco. Now the Canary Islands make up 7 islands: Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, La Gomera, El Hierro and La Palma. So we're going to visit each and every one of those except for the last one, La Palma. That's a little bit far out, so we won't be visiting that today. Now you may think that the Canary Islands got the island from the canary bird. Well, you'd be wrong, because the bird got the name from the islands. The Latin, which is what the Canary Islands is derived from, actually means islands of the dogs, and it's referring to the monk seals, which were known as the sea dogs way back in the sort of 16th century or so, and that's really where it came from. And I think the most distinctive feature that you'll note is, as we fly around, guys, take in the scenery, you will see just how these islands were formed by some fairly aggressive volcanic activity. And in fact, we're going to be flying over one of the largest volcano. In fact, I think it's the 3rd largest in the world, over the island of Tenerife. So without too much ado, I recommend, so we can get a little bit of sunset, set your time for 7 a.m. for departure. Scattered clouds, because we want to hit some clouds as we go, and as we come in for some of the landings, where some of the visibility is going to be slightly obscured. So for the first leg, we're going to be departing here, runway 21. You want to climb ultimately to flight level 220, 22,000. But initially we're going to be heading 207 degrees, 207 degrees. We're going to head straight to VOR FTV, which is Fuerteventura, on 114.10, and you won't get to 22,000 by the time we hit that, but you should aim to be at about 18,000 for this leg. And let's have a look, it's about 34 nautical miles, guys, so it's quite a steep climb. You want to, if you're in the Vision Jet, you want to set it in and around, I would say, a climb of about 165 thereabouts, and you want to be climbing so that you can maintain that sort of speed. Probably you can drop down to about 155 fairly safely, but not much lower than that. And this first leg's quite a long one, because I thought we might have a little bit to chat and what have you, and then things, the activities starts to pick up as we get further and further into the flight, and there might be 1 or 2 surprises as well along the way. So guys, really fantastic to have you here. We've got a great turnout. I can't quite see in Discord, I'm just having a look here. I can't quite see how many are here. Has anybody got a number for me?
I'm just counted 32 that are showing up on my screen here.
Yeah, 31.
Well, that's fantastic. That's brilliant. Excellent.
There's 32.
I don't know why they're showing up on my screen.
Oh, well, there we are. So, and I can
It's
see
an overlay. It's like an overlay on top of the sim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all lined up on the left side, like icons. Everybody's avatar and their names are all lined up on the left side.
I have no clue, to be honest. And I hope nobody got caught with the recent update if you're on the Microsoft Store version and ended up having to redo your settings and redirect your community folder. Did anybody get caught in that?
Oh, yes.
Negative.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's like
thought-
at Heathrow.
Yeah. Anyway, I think they've quietly issued a patch, so that problem should have gone. So, guys, it's up to you now. Let's get up 207 degrees, climb to about 18,000, flight level 180, and we're heading to VOR Foxtrot Tango Victor. Let's go.
Finally.
Yeah. Go.
The longest
Step order,
delay.
don't you
Go,
scratch
guys,
the point
go,
off
go,
my
go.
plane.
A lot of airliners here.
Which server are we on?
North Europe.
North Europe.
Oh, I'm on North Europe. I see nobody.
Oh, well, welcome to the club.
I had that problem
Oh,
an hour.
Same again Tuesday.
I had that problem an hour ago, and I sorted it out because I had traffic turned off in general settings.
Air traffic or airport
turned off.
traffic?
Not multiplayer, that was enabled, but in the general settings menu, I had turned on air traffic. So now I have it turned to low, and they all appeared.
One thing I haven't tried is low. I'll try low.
I don't know if low or ultra makes any difference because I have traffic turned off. So I was surprised that they appeared.
Air traffic is in online.
No,
no,
in the general settings menu that you have to open up.
Under graphics.
Yeah.
Global rendering. Bottom 5 or 6. Air traffic. Yep. Oh, I'll have medium.
Let's go, guys.
traffic.
Let's go. I can see Steve T coming up. He's just below me there. How are you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good, Mark. How are you?
Thanks very much for
Yeah.
joining me. I'm great, thank you. Steve C, 1952. How are you, sir? I can also see quite a lot of names and what have you that I recognize. Trev P, great to have you here. Ninja, my friend, great to have you. Step Hoarder, how are you doing?
Great, Mark. Great to be back. Loving this Vision Jet. I've been flying it for a while now, since even in 2020, and really liking it.
Yeah, I must say it is pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah, I had the payware version as well, and it's really good.
Okay, well, my traffic's even showing. That's fantastic. Yeah, I didn't know that was operative. My goodness, it looks
So I
like
have no traffic.
looks like a swarm of bees.
I switched that setting on air traffic and I still see nobody.
You definitely selected in flight conditions all and not live players, did you?
And
Like
also
before
make
loading
sure
flight.
Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Make sure multiplayer is selected on your settings under online.
You're not on Virgin Media in the southeast of the UK by any chance, are you?
Virgin Media Southwest.
I can see a pattern forming.
Well, you know
TPS.
you know what your problem is, guys.
Virgin Media.
It's no, not at all.
I
'Cause
don't
I'm on
wanna
Virgin
know.
Media, but I'm on Virgin Media up north. You just need to move up north. That's the problem.
Well, I'm working on it. We're working.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
Let's say hello to James Hudson. James, thanks very much for dropping in, my friend.
Hello, James.
Great to have you here. For any of you that don't know James Hudson, he has a YouTube channel, Hudson, focusing on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he's definitely a recommended watch, guys.
And he's off.
Oh, you mean we're not in Hudson's group flight?
No.
Ah.
You're in the Simhanger flight.
Never heard of him. Who's he?
I thought I'd spoil you, you know.
I thought it was pie in the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a throwback. Is that one?
Hang on.
That's going way back.
Let me just say that if some of you find yourselves muted, you know, it's just accidental.
Technical difficulties.
Pie in the Sky was a great guy. Loved him. Chatted a lot to him. Shame he left YouTube, but he's gone and pursuing his music career. Also a big hello to Shy Susie. Nice to have you along. Red Ruffin Saw, my friend, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Tunesy's here in, if only in name only.
I am the ghost. I'm the ghost.
I can see your name tag, sir. Wrong Way, thanks very much for joining us. And Trev P, great to have you back.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, it's always a blast.
Oh, JHM, you're back. Nice to have you along, sir. And Golf Mike, thanks for joining us. And Retriever
Thank
Neil,
you.
lovely to have you back, sir. What are you actually flying today?
I've got the P180.
Which is, just remind me, I'm not 100%
The
sure.
Piaggio P180 twin engine executive.
Oh, okay.
Not been out long.
And hello, Heapster 0007. Don't recognize the name tag. Is this your first time with us? Or maybe he's not with us. Boulder Sim, you're climbing extremely fast. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Mark. Nice to be back.
Nice to have you along.
Heapster has his mic and headset, his audio turned off.
Okay, hello
And
to...
Matt Ed Ryder, some people don't know to turn their audio on.
Hello to, on the stream, to Rudy. Nice to have you along. To Juice Criollo, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks very much for joining us, my friend. For those of you on the stream, you can see I have my trusty co-pilot looking suitably worried, as well he might be. There's a couple of landings coming up.
God. Sorry, or what's the automatic barometer setting in the new keyboard layout?
Should be comma.
Yeah, comma.
Shift comma is out.
No, just comma on its own.
Oh, okay.
Completely crashed.
I'm just passing 11,000 feet. Who's crashed?
My PC. Jesus.
Oh. I had that during the last stream.
This is my first try with 2024. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm going to say this a lot this evening. Welcome to the club.
Pete B, how are you doing, my friend?
Very well, Mark, thank you.
Thanks very much for joining us again. Really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, finally in the air. I took the PC24 tonight and forgot to start up the right engine. Didn't accelerate as expected.
We've also got fellow 1000 with us. How are you, sir?
All good, Mark. Thank you very much, matey.
Great to have you along. And Flying Fool, Alan, how are you, sir?
Hi there, Mark. Yeah, fine. I was a bit late joining, but I'm catching up rapidly.
Are you using the slew key?
The new YY key.
Yeah, that's the one. I think what is it? Shift Z, I think. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Hello to Flat 6. Nice to have you along, sir. And hello to Hoodlum, Limesfly, a lot of regular names here. Great to have you here. Mike GC, welcome my friend. While we're flying, I'd just like to, I'm just passing 14,000 feet, about 9 miles. Might be struggling a little bit to get to 22,000 speeds. I'm gonna have to slow down my my climb. I'm getting a bit too slow. What I do like with the Vision Jet is the auto throttle, and that you can manually set it. That's really nice. All those people that are considerably much higher than me, I'm going to guess that you... No, somebody's in the... Dan Lance, you're in a Vision Jet. How do you get up there so fast?
I'm at 12,000, but I'm climbing at 165, which is the default flight level change speed.
Now I'm looking at Dan Lance here. He's in the Vision Jet as well, and he's already over 18,000 feet. I'm just climbing up on 16,000.
Did he fill up his tanks before he took off?
Look, a 49er just bombing past me there. What are you in,
Sorry.
sir?
In a vertigo.
That's why you're so fast.
Yeah, I have to slow down.
Right, I'm about 5 nautical miles from the VOR, and then you want to continue your climb to flight level 220, 22,000 feet. And you want to be, where's my flight plan? In fact, let me look at my flight plan in here. So, I got so many bits of paper floating around. We are then turning on a heading of 259 for a distance of 85 nautical miles. And we want to head towards VOR Golf Delta Victor, which is frequency 112.9. Once you reach your 22,000, just keep an eye on your distance from the VOR, and we're going to be... You want to start a descent down to 3,000 feet by that VOR, and you want to be down, probably start a descent around 50 nautical miles away from the VOR.
Can I get a barometric pressure, please?
29.92 is what we're using for this flight, which is default. Or 1013 to be correct.
I can see some people in the sim. La 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 la.
How many people can you see, Tunesy?
I can see Steve T. Oh, Heapster, Boulder Sim. Now I'm in the air, it seems to be, let's catch up a little bit. There's a couple of people, 3 people in front of me.
As we fly over the island, this is the island of Lanzarote. Just have a look at the scenery. It's really quite well done, and it's particularly nice from this sort of altitude and looking down and what have you. And you can just see how dramatic it is in terms of being created by volcano.
I was there 3 weeks ago, and it's got some amazing natural white sand beaches.
Now, are they natural sand beaches, or is the sand imported from the Sahara?
No, they're actually natural beaches.
Because we'll also be flying to Tenerife, and Tenerife has some sandy beaches, and all that sand is brought in from the Sahara because their sand is volcanic and therefore it's black, and that's not what the tourists want, so they bring it in by the thousands of ton. Because of course with the sea washing up against the shores, it does wash off.
Money to be made in selling sand.
I'm coming up on 22,080 nautical miles, and it's time to put our foot down a little bit, get a bit of speed going. And I would recommend you probably want to cruise at around about 0.46 Mach. I've dialed in 0461. That will do. That will do, and we should be able to, as we level out, we will start to pick up speed.
That sim's running nice and smooth today for me here.
I must say it's running quite nicely for me as well.
Yeah, me too. Now the crash, as I said that.
So once you reach your 22,000, it's time to put the foot on the gas a little bit, and let's try and cover this 80 nautical miles. We're going to be heading to that VOR, then we're going to be making a left-hand turn, and we're going to be heading to, let's bring up my flag, Golf Charlie Lima Papa, Gran Canaria Airport. We're going to do a touch and go there, and we're going to be more or less lined up, runway 21 right. And then you want to just climb it. The notes say 2,500, I'd recommend about 2,000, and then head towards the coastline heading south, and we will follow that down, and we're going to do a full stop landing at El Birel, if I say that correct, Golf Charlie Lima Bravo, which is just a short little hop of about 11 nautical miles from our touch and go.
Ooh. Can I ask a couple of the guys some questions? Baldersim, if you're on the voice, what country are you in?
UK.
Okay. Heapster, are you on? Country. If you're on the Discord, Heapster?
I don't see him in voice.
Okay. I have a feeling I am restricted to UK.
Negative. Lurker is in Germany.
Yeah, but you disappeared ages ago. In fact, I tell you what,
you could see me on the runway.
I saw you go down the runway, and then you kept going. You were about 7 miles away down the other end of the runway and climbing slowly. So
yeah, I should be pretty ahead of you now because I just saw you.
I've got Baldersim and Heapster, and I can see their tags and their aircraft, and those are the only two. And I'm assuming Heapster's in the UK, so it's something to do with.
Tunesy?
Yeah, it's funny.
I've got a friend who's got exactly the same problem as you, or had the same problem as you. and getting with the settings on Project Lasso, basically allocating CPU resource and memory resource appropriately. That seems to have fixed it 100% for him, because he was having it like you. We could sometimes see a couple of people, and then they'd be, rather than like flying, they'd kind of move at a strange, as if it wasn't staying in sync. So maybe
I'll give it a go. The other Lasso again.
Yeah, well, maybe set up some time, not in the chat with it, with him and myself, and see if we can get anything working for you. Cause
I must admit, I didn't try the Lasso. It was quite complicated, and I thought I'd wait a couple of days till SU2 came out, and then.
Right. Yeah.
Message from Lima Bean.
Have you tried a VPN, Steve?
On the stream from Lima Bean. He wasn't able to join us on.
I've got a friend who's not on Project Lasso, but he's been having the same issues as you. Maybe not quite as bad, but on and off since a couple of weeks after the sim launched. So I don't know.
Message from Lima Bean on the stream. He wasn't able to join the flight today, but he wishes everybody enjoys the flight. Thank you very much. And he says, fun fact, the Gran Canary Islands was Moroccan before Spain colonized the islands. And Hudson says, are you using your new force feedback Moser yoke tonight, Mark? No, my Moser force feedback yoke, which I love, by the way, guys, is on my DOF motion simulator. As I'm streaming, I'm not on my motion simulator, I'm on my static rig, and I'm using my force feedback yoke from flightsim.com, the CLS60. I've got it set up for the Vision Jet, and there's not a lot of force feedback because this is basically a fly-by-wire aircraft as well.
Yeah, I'm finding that the same with this Rhino that I've built.
Mark, have you used the Moser joystick lately with the updated firmware and software? Because I have the feeling after I updated the forces got much reduced.
When was the update?
I did it today.
And when did the update come out?
I can't tell you for sure, I don't know.
Because I'm not sure. I've done a number of updates, but I'm not sure. But I think it's the same software, isn't it? That runs the Moser yoke, so I should be up to date.
I think so too. So the cockpit software should be the same. The firmware obviously will be different because it's a different device.
Yeah, but the telemetry read should be more or less the same, I would assume. So I haven't used it for probably a week, maybe.
Okay, thanks.
Guys, I'm coming up on 50 nautical miles, so it's time to start thinking about your descent. And you want to descend to about 3,000 feet, and I'd recommend a descent of between 1,800 and 2,000 feet per minute.
Is it cheating to use VNAV?
Say again?
Is it cheating to use VNAV?
No, not at all. If you've got the utility in the aircraft, makes sense to use it, doesn't it?
Yeah. One thing I have found on the V2, or the 2024 native Vision Jet, is that it's a bit more restrictive on the auto throttle. So on the old one, you could land on auto throttle, but on this it doesn't seem to want to do anything below, about 1,500 feet, something like that.
That's all then what you set your parameters at.
I think that depends on your flight plan and what's in your flight plan and whether it's reading that from the FMS.
No, it's if you try engaging autothrottle below a certain altitude. I think it will allow it to fly down at that altitude, but it will drop out at a certain altitude and then not allow you to re-engage until you're above that altitude. Certainly that's what it feels like it's doing.
You can change that setting. There's a minimum altitude or maximum altitude setting poorly or low throttle in the centre screen.
Okay. So, aircraft systems, maybe?
Hang on a minute, let's have a look.
Our next flight, guys, while we're flying, we can just have a quick update. Our next flight, we're back to Simhanger basics, which means something akin to a tail dragger and doing dirt strip hops and impossible landings in impossible places. And then after that, what is my machine doing? Nope. Sorry, I seem to have suddenly lost autopilot and now it's trying to reacquire it. That's a bit odd. Anyway, and then the one after that, we're going to be, as we were between Christmas and New Year, we're going to be back in helicopters and in Brazil.
Any old warbirds coming up, Mark?
The one after that, Speak of the Devil, is
super.
a warbird, sir. I'm 34 nautical miles away. Just looking at you guys there, Steve T, Lurker, Flying Fool, Lines Fly, Wrong Way, Golf Mike. You guys need to start descending fairly rapidly. You want to be at 3,000 feet when we come over the VOR 112.9, which is Golf Delta Victor.
For some reason, the VOR is not showing up on my panel. I don't have any distance to the VOR.
Did you send the did you click on the tab, send your plan to avionics?
No, I plugged it directly into the nav2 radio, into the aircraft itself. It should, but for some reason it won't work.
Okay, we're starting to come down, and speaking of helicopters, guys, some stuff coming up on the channel. I've been very fortunate. I've got an opportunity from Pro Flight Trainer to try their Puma helicopter setup. So I'll be showing that on the channel with their helicopter rig. So I'm really looking forward to that, particularly as I'm not the best helicopter pilot in the world, so hopefully this will make me a little bit better. So I'll be showing that on the channel and how to set it up and what options are available and so on. I'll also be traveling to Germany in the not too distant future and getting an opportunity to try out the Megan X VR headset. Hopefully the Big Screen Beyond version 2 and the Pimax Crystal Super.
Very nice. Have a good flight, guys. I'm going to have to go. I can't get any of this working. The runway's turned into a bubbly mess with lots of grass growing out of it. So I give up.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll catch you on the next one, hopefully.
Thank you, mate.
Mark, which part of Germany will you come to?
I'll be coming to Dortmund.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll also be showing on the channel some really pro flight training or Ultra Pro Simmer equipment as well from Virtual Fly. I'm just liaising with those guys at the moment, but some of their stuff looks really epic. And I've also been in touch with Desktop Pilot, and I've asked them, I'm going to be showing a couple of individual items that may be useful to people. One is the parking brake. Using the parking brake by buttons and what have you isn't always ideal. They have a parking brake just on its own, so I'm going to be giving that a go, and also a fuel selector, fuel tank selector switch. Helicopter 5432, how are you, sir?
Does anybody else have clouds right at 3,000 feet?
Yes.
Yep, that's why it's called cloudy vision. If you've got scattered clouds set, the whole idea is to
look at them from both sides now.
Is to have a limited visibility on some of the approaches.
That's a full 3-dimensional experience.
I'm down to 6,000 feet. Moose P's just below me. I can see all the guys ahead of me there coming down. You want to start thinking about slowing down now. Probably want to get something in the region of about 180 thereabouts as you hit about 15 nautical miles. I've also been asked, are we planning any amphibious trips? Yes, we will do that for sure. We do that every year, at least once, sometimes twice. So we'll certainly be doing that.
Very quiet, Mark. You're very quiet.
Am I?
You keep nipping in and out, going quiet, and then okay.
Fading away.
I guess now I'm ultra loud.
Negative.
No, that's good.
Sounds good, that now.
Sounds good right there.
You guys are coming through ultra loud, so I may need to just... Somebody just want to talk so I can test the volume, please?
Yeah, no problem. How's that? We're loud
What
and
should we
clear.
talk about?
Roger, Roger. What's your vector, Victor?
Let's talk VR.
That's perfect. Thank you very much, guys. I'm down to 3,000.
Me too.
Speed 180. 10, just over 10 nautical miles to the VOR. Then we're going to do a right-hand turn, and we're going to just cut inside the coast a little bit, and we're going to be on a heading of about 170. We're going to head to heading of 170, and then you want to start a descent down to about 1500 for a touch and go runway 2121 right. Make
Be a
sure.
left rather than the right, Mark, wouldn't it?
Say again.
You said turn right, but I think it's turn left to 170.
I beg your pardon. You're quite right. You're right. You should turn left.
It's the other
Someone
right,
needs to
isn't
pull
it?
up.
I was just about to say that then, Dan.
Suddenly you guys are ultra loud.
There must be something funny with the software.
Yeah, I wonder if it's Windows playing around, automatically adjusting the volume settings.
You're very quiet again, Mark.
Yeah, for some reason Windows is automatically adjusting the volume, I think. Is that better?
Still quite low.
How's that now?
Perfect. Oh, we've got an oil rig over on the right hand side.
You guys are way ahead of me here.
It's quite noisy, and when she doesn't think that you should be landing, and you are landing, isn't she?
Yeah. You should be getting visibility of as you turn from the VOR. Don't forget to start a descent. I'm going to come down to about 1,200 feet.
Which airport are you landing at?
It's a touch and go, sir. It's Golf Charlie Lima Papa, and it's runway 21 right.
Quite a lot of traffic on the runway.
Yeah. Well, the coast and the buildings look absolutely excellent.
Yeah, some of the scenery is quite amazing, eh?
Yeah, it's very good. I selected the airport you're doing a touch and go at, and MSFS crashed again.
Right, autopilot is off.
Mark, are there any plans to do some more videos concerning 5080 or 5090?
5090 certainly. So you want to go for 21 right, guys, and touch and go, and then we're heading off for a full stop landing at El Birel.
Don't forget to lower your gear.
Indeed.
My lever's showing down, but my gear's not down.
You may have a problem, sir.
Yep, got a little bit of one.
I can see flying full. There you are, Alan.
Yeah, I'm on finals. If your gear won't come down, you may be going too fast and it won't drop the gear till you've reduced speed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That was probably the reason.
They're too clever, these aircraft, really, aren't they? They don't leave anything to luck.
I think it's 210 is the gear speed on here.
Okay.
relatively high, but
Just a reminder, guys, touch and go, touch and go. We're not stopping here. Just brush your wheels.
Simhanger, you're a hooligan. You flew right through me on finals there.
I've been called worse, sir. Okay, my gear is up. More or less maintain the current heading, and we're heading to the airport. Don't forget to raise your flaps. Scenery here is really nice, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
It looks like they've really gotten into the wind power too.
I notice this Vision Jet doesn't like it when really doesn't like it when you don't use the auto throttle. Now the altitude of this airport is what is it, 25 feet, guys, so you don't need to climb too high at all. Oh, I see what you mean. Look at all the wind turbines. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's just the default. Yeah, it's good.
Something they're not short of in the Canary Islands is wind.
Yeah, for sure. This is beautifully rendered. Frustrating, really.
Let me just refresh to make sure. Just a second.
I've just done it again. I've just refreshed, and you come to the same spot.
Yeah, I've got it again. Yeah.
Buffering again.
Yeah, same. Oh, sorry, Mark. That's really not nice. Let me just refresh to make sure.
No, I think I'm back. I think I'm back.
Yeah, we're back on.
It's working for me.
Yeah, we're back on now. I can see everyone moving around.
Sorry, I had the volume up. Okay, I'll leave you to it. You're back on.
Thank you very much. Apologies, everybody. It's one of the hazards of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We have just landed at Golf Charlie Lima Bravo. So I was going to be filming your landings, but that hasn't been possible.
I'm glad that didn't happen for mine.
I agree.
Still a few people coming in.
Which airport is this?
Golf Charlie Lima Bravo, and we do need to backtrack, guys.
It's a backtrack. Okay.
And fuel.
See how we do.
Yep, back.
Am I back, James?
Back and then buffering straight away. Oh no, no, it's back. Hang on, it's back. I've got the volume down, but it's back. It's live.
Goodness me, whatever is, and yet I'm looking at the stream. It's saying excellent condition.
Oh, it's YouTube crap, basically. I'm afraid. Apologies. YouTube nonsense, basically. Yeah, it's fine now. It's move on the stream.